please watch this, watch this before you start that healthcare job. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wemimo and I'm also known as Start Mom of 5 and I'm also known as TMO5 Candle. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. So today's video is based on, I think I've got a live show that I did sometimes in December about the need for you to protect yourself while you are at work. And why I am doing this video, because that video, like I said, was a live video, and I'm sure people might not want to sit about for a long video that is about an hour or two. So I decided to kind of bring a short summary of what that video is all about here. So just before Christmas last year, there were a few incidences or occasions or situations whereby I was made aware of. Especially this is mostly important for you. I mean, this video is mostly important for you if you are working in healthcare, and for those of you who are jackpotting from Nigeria to the UK because you've got a sponsorship from this healthcare sector or from this healthcare organization, or because they're going to sponsor you. Please watch this. Watch this before you start that healthcare job. And if you are jackpotting, like I said, if you are jackpotting from Nigeria, because I know most of our Nigerians, you are welcome. Well, I'm not saying you're not welcome, you're welcome to that care job, but in as much as you've been told there's money, because I've been seeing some people working 75 hours a week, because the hours is there, you can make money from healthcare job. But remember that while you are actually making money, you should have something to keep yourself safe, because you're not just working with ordinary people. When I say ordinary people, you're not just working with the residents, you're not just working with the patients, you are working with your colleagues, people that you don't know from anywhere that you met at work. And for the fact that I'm emphasizing all this, I understand why I'm saying so. So let's go to today's topic. So last year an incident happened whereby a couple of people working in the healthcare sector, particularly in the care home, an incident happened, and because this person did not report the incident, that person was roped in as an accomplice to the incident. So let's say, for example, this resident was in their bedroom. Maybe it was a night shift, I can't remember now. So maybe this patient was fond of maybe pressing the buzzer or anything. One of the other colleagues decided to switch off the buzzer, the call button in the hospitals. If you've ever been in hospital, you know you're meant to have a call, but if you need help, you press that button and the nurses will come to you. So something like that is always in the room of residents in care homes. So I think in this situation, another member of staff turned off the button of this resident, and this other, our African sister, saw it, and the mistake she did was that she did not report it. She did not write it, she did not note it down in the residence note, she did not write it anywhere at all. So at some point it was found out that that was what happened, and that she knew about the fact that the other colleague turned off the buzzer, and this is absolutely wrong. So in this instance, she's been suspended, and I think she was asked to kind of get a legal representation within 14 days. I all know this 3 days or a week to Christmas, where everybody's kind of wrapping up for the year. So that's her. And I asked, when I first heard about it, I asked that, is this person a member of any union? They were the person was no, she's not a member of any union. That it was not until after this incident that she joined the union, and I categorically said to her that no, but for the fact that it was after this incident happened that she joined the union will not help her. They might be able to kind of maybe point her in the direction of a legal representative, but they will not come in, they will not stand up for her. So that's that. So this is why I am back here, that this is the need for you to protect yourself at work. I am a nurse, and in that incident, for the fact that this other black sister did not report this incident, she's at fault. It doesn't matter if she was the one who turned off the buzzer, but for the fact that she knew that it was turned off, she's equally benefited from the purpose of why that buzzer was turned off. Obviously because they don't want this resident to disturb them. Maybe it was a night shift, they've turned it off. So as a nurse, there are rules, or should I say there are professional standards and while I was a student, I made sure I printed them out. So as a nurse, there's a code we follow, standards we follow, and this is one. You can see this, the NMC code. It says Nursing and Midwifery Council. So this is the nursing regulatory body. They regulate all the nurses in the UK. If you're not registered with this registration body, you can never practice as a nurse in the United Kingdom. So as a nurse, we work with everything in this booklet. It's called the code, and it has 4 pillars. So I'm not going to be going through all of these things, but if you're interested in reading everything in this, I will leave a link to it. If you're a nurse, or if you're someone who's practicing nursing, if you're a student right now and you're tending to become a nurse, obviously you're a student nurse, this is very, very important. It's the basis of why you are a nurse. And also, when it comes to nursing as well, all of this, we see all of this, our healthcare, our black women or our Niger people or African people who are into healthcare, you see them with cameras showcasing how they did this at work, how they did that. Categorically is wrong, and this is the reason. Before you start going about in your healthcare place, videoing or recording wherever you go in the world or anything, I want you to read this. It says guides on using social media responsibly. So if you're a nurse or you are a healthcare worker, either you work in a hospital or you work in a care home, as long as you are a healthcare provider or you work in a healthcare, you need to read this. I'm also going to leave a link to this in the description box. And if you are a healthcare worker in a care home, so a healthcare worker in a care home is different from a healthcare assistant in the hospital, but this is most importantly for those who work in healthcare, caring for residents in a care home. So it's called Health and Social Care Standards, My Support, My Life. So these are the standards as an healthcare worker, either in a care home or in a resident's home. These policies are what you should abide with if you're going to work in a care home. Yeah, in a care home. So what that person did was totally wrong. Was absolutely wrong. It would have been better for her if she was in a union, and then instead of her going to, maybe she doesn't want to report to a manager with the fear that maybe they might gang up against her, she could have easily just called a representative at the union and tell them what happened. So these people will know that this member has reported this case. Should in case now that they now pulled her up, then this union will now come in and say, no, you know what, she mentioned it to us, she did it, she did that, but because she was not a member of a part of a union, they were not able to do anything. So when we are talking about union, the SSSC regulates all care workers in the care home. So SSSC, I really can't figure out their full, so is their social service something, I can't really figure out what they are called in full, but I'm going to leave the full meaning of SSSC here. If you work in a care home as a healthcare assistant, healthcare support, whatever, in a care home, you are being regulated by SSSC, and you have to be a member with them. So with the member, you pay an annual fee of I think £25 or something, and you are being regulated by them. Just as nurses are being regulated by NMC, Nursing and Midwifery Council, and like I said, you can't practice as a nurse in the UK without being a member of the NMC. And when you get registered with the NMC, you have a pin. So once you have this pin, it is this pin that will enable you to apply for jobs as a nurse. So if you commit any criminal or anything against, they will record it against that pin. So that pin will follow you everywhere. So that's why as a nurse, when we go to work every day, you put it and then you are protecting your pin. Same thing goes to healthcare support workers. And why I'm actually saying that you need to protect yourself. Yes, for me, I belong to a union, and that union is called RCN, Royal College of Nursing. So this RCN, God forbid I have any issue at work, they will be my first point of contact. If maybe after this incident happened at work, I've spoken to my line manager and it's looking as if maybe it might not go well in my favor, my next point of contact is my union. They will be the one to step in for me, because at some point, God forbid anything happens at your work and you get suspended without pay. That's the more reason why you should join a union. And these unions have lots of benefit. They are not just standing up for you when you cause trouble, or maybe you are off long-term sick. They'll be there to help you in variety. There's so many benefits of being a member of a union. As a nurse, it's not a must register with RCN. There are loads of union for nurses. There's GMB, there's I can't remember the other one, but the most popular one There's Unison, so there's GMB, there's Unison, there's RCN. RCN happens to be a very popular one, and it's the one I've been a member of from when I was a nursing student. So that's that. And as a healthcare support worker as well, who works in a care home, you have to join a union as well. So this is to all of you that are jackpotting from Nigeria to come and work as a healthcare support worker because you're told that there's work in healthcare. No matter what healthcare job you're going to, immediately they hand you your contract. Please tell them, where can I find information about joining a union? That should be your first question once you get your contract, because nobody's going into work hoping or praying that something happened at work to them, or maybe they commit an error or they did something. Nobody's praying for that to happen. But in order for you not to be left hanging on your own, I will advise you join a union. So if you are a healthcare support worker, your regulator are SSSC. I'll put the full name of SSSC here. It's a must you register with them because they are regulators. And after you register with your SSSC, please join a union, either Unison, GNB. Join a union. When you do that, come back and thank me, and make sure you are reading all of their benefits, importance, and the reason why you are a member of a union. And if you are a nurse as well, either you are a nurse from Nigeria and you've started coming, you've just only come to the UK to start practicing as a nurse. Once you already joined the NMC and you've been given your code and you've been given your contract as well, please ask them, where can I get information about joining a union? It is for your own benefits, for your own good. Because see, if anything happens at work and you are fine to be part of it, trust me, if you're not a member of the union, you'll be left hanging on your own. Because in most cases, people who are not a member of the union, they've either been suspended from work permanently without pay, or they've been suspended without pay while they are waiting to hear the end case of whatever they've been involved with. And you don't want to be, especially in a case, it's so painful when whatever that's happened is actually not your fault. Like in this instance I'm talking about, it was not this black sister that turned the buzzer off. It was somebody, it was another colleague that turned the buzzer off. It is the culprit that should be held accountable, but because she knew that it was that other member of staff who turned it off, she's been pulled together, because it's like, yeah, you saw it, you're both going to benefit for the reason why that buzzer was turned off. So in order not to be paying for someone else's sin, it's better you protect yourself. Yes, there's a lot of money to be made either working as a nurse in a healthcare or in a care home, or working as a healthcare assistant in a care home, or wherever you find yourself working in the healthcare system. Please join a union. And I'm telling you, God forbid anything happens to you at work, if you're already a member of the union, you'll be thankful that you joined one. So I just thought I'll make this video very, very short. I don't want it to be too long. And if you want to hear detailed information about the stuff I mentioned about protecting yourself at work if you're a healthcare worker in my live video, I'm going to leave the link up here so you can go watch the live. Like maybe if you are doing your cooking, just listen to that live. It's full of information. And one thing in nursing is this: if you do something and you did not record it, there's one of the policies in the nursing code that if you did not write it down, if you did not document it, that means it did not happen. So if you give a patient a medication and you did not sign it or record it, according to nursing policy, that it means that you did not give that patient that medication. Meanwhile, within yourself, you know you've given that patient the medication, but because you did not document it, it means it did not happen. So you don't want things like this, like especially when all of those things are in these books. Like when all of those things are in these books, you don't want to be caught, because they made your life very, very easy for you by providing all of these things. Like me, see how I printed everything out. This was for when I was working in a care home before I became a nurse. And when I was a nursing student, I personally printed, it's about almost 40 pages. I printed all the pages out, and it's always by my bedside, because anytime I go into work and I see something, I'll come and read in the code to see if that thing is there. Because when it comes to nursing is evidence-based practice, and if you're doing anything or you've done something, you need to be able to justify with anything in here to say this is the reason why I did it, because it's mentioned it in here. Like this code is just to help you justify your actions at work, why you stand up for a patient or why you've advocated for a patient. This code is very, very important as a nurse that you read it. And if you're a care home, someone that works in a care home, it's important that you read all of these care standards. So this comes to the end of my video for you. Like I say, good luck to working if you are jackpotting from Nigeria. But do not forget, as soon as you get your contract, whichever field of healthcare you belong to, as soon as you get your contract, you get your start date, please ask them, can I get information about joining a union, please? They will give you. And if not, I'm going to be leaving a list of all the healthcare unions that I've heard of. I'm going to leave them in here so you can go and carry out your own research and decide on which one you want to join. And I hope you find this video helpful. Anyway, this comes to the end of my video. If you have enjoyed this video and you think yes, it makes sense, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment in the comment section and share your experiences of how you've dealt with cases should you have ever been in one. For me, I've been in one and I have a video when I was working in a supermarket. I will leave it up here as well so you can go read from my experience. As a nurse, I've not had such experience. Anyways, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, share this video as well, because lots of people are jackpotting from Nigeria. In fact, right now there are a lot of people that are already in the UK that are newbies, so you want to share this video with them and share that live as well with them on the need for them to protect themselves as a healthcare worker, as a nurse, while they are working in United Kingdom. And I hope I'll see you in my next one. All right, bye.